Alright, YouTube, what's crack-a-lacking? Just here we go. Just a little short video. This is live, off my phone. This is where we're at. We're pretty much done with this thing. Everything's hooked up. TV cable, throttle cable. Got a little fuel filter here that is washable. We got a fire unit here. Hot wires, ground wires. Got our transmission wires or transcooler lines ran. Went ahead and threw a little heat sleeve on this hot wire going to the starter. Just kind of get a look at everything we got going on here. Got our fans mounted to the radiator support, all that's mounted. Couple ground wires. I already measured for my belts, so I gotta order some belts. I got my measurements wrote down up there on the board. We still gotta put transmission fluid in it. It's got oil. Let's see, what else? Looks like it could use a little brake fluid. Have a little peek up under here. We got our headers. Transmission crossmember, transmission mount, brand new speedometer cable. Got that fancy TV cable in there, fancy transmission lines. Got a nice pan on this 700R4. It's just a restalled stock type converter. Probably stall 2500 or so. New U-joints in there, new bolts, new straps. Looks like the gas tank was replaced previously. New fuel filter. Here we got our fans. Here's our choke. Our choke for the carburetor. We had threw some little cheap gauges in here, so we got, cause we ain't got nothing up here but speedometer. So got those plumbed and wired in with backlight. So when you turn the switch on for your fans, your backlights come on. Like I said in the beginning, it ain't gonna be perfect, but it'll be way better than it was. We got all the paint off of all the windows. That was a freaking job, son. You know, we blew out all these cracks, all the crevices, like any body line. Blew everything out with compressed air, like all in the door jams. Blew everything out with compressed air, vacuumed everything out, cleaned everything up. There was a couple dents in here in the roof that I was able to get out. I was not able to get this one out. I mean, there's most of it, but it just popped after, like, the temperature outside, after it heats up and cools down, it ends up just popping back down. It's got to get this part of it out right here. But he said he's taking it to the body shop, so let the body shop do their thing. But man, this was a lot of work. It's been in here for a while. I mean, all the wiring redone. I forgot about this. This is the hood release cable. So I'm gonna have to try to find one of those or pin the hood down with some hood pins. He's talking about putting a cow hood on it, so maybe they'll just the body shop will just put some hood pins in it or something. The motor mounts ain't welded in the wrong location anymore. Actually, I ended up using rivet nuts on those. Drilled them out, put rivet nuts in it to where they're threaded. No, new motor mounts, new fuel pump, new lines, new hoses, new everything. Rebuilt the distributor, put the vacuum advance on there. The adjustable vacuum advance, new melonized gear on the end of the distributor. Shimmed it down to like 20 thousandths in play, and had put 2 gaskets on the distributor to get the spacing right. This is the original intake that was off the 305, so took it off, cleaned it up as good as I could, painted it, painted a bunch of brackets and stuff, painted the whole engine bay. It's actually more work than it looks like. All the wiring, trying to figure out what it needs, what it didn't need. Stuff that was wrong before that had to be redone, completely redone, or grinded off, and then there was a lot of wrong with this thing before. Stuff just zip tied on, bolts missing. I mean, I literally used like a whole case of bolts. I used a bunch of zip ties too, but it's just for holding wires where they look nice. Used a whole bunch of crimp. I used a whole bunch of crimps, a whole bunch of eyelets, a whole bunch of heat shrink. But here it is. I mean, this car still has a long way to go, but it's miles from where it was. Need to get those fingerprints off them valve covers. I think it looks pretty dang good. What do y'all think? I think it looks pretty darn good. Old school small block Chevy 383. Should be a nice little fun street cruiser type deal. Just a mild 383 is all it is. Aluminum heads, 202, 160 valves. I don't even know what kind of cam's in it, to tell you the truth. He said order this one, so I ordered this one, and that's the one they sent. So, this is Nate from Raw Motorsports. Appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. See y'all on the next one.